Angeline here. We are here. We are live and direct. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Tonight I want to just focus on mental health. Miss Angeline, what you got going on right now? What happened today, Miss Angeline? Just give me what happened on your day. What happened on your day today? What's up?
I had a kind of laid back, day to day. I did a little blogging earlier, did a couple of errands. The weather is going to be freezing again.
Oh, yes
So
it is. Yes it is.
tomorrow we supposed to get into like the 18th. So I knew I was not going out at all. So
No.
today I did my errands. I picked up some stuff, some little snack that we gonna have. We just gonna make a party out of it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be
Yeah.
snugged in with our
Yeah.
blanket. We gonna be looking at movies,
Yeah.
popcorn. We just gonna make the best of the weather.
Yeah. Hey, take it. Hey,
Yes,
hey, 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 hey.
yes.
Yeah. Well, after this snowstorm, we looking at -5 degrees.
I can believe it because we're getting down in the teens, and they said with the wind chill
Yeah.
factor in it, it gonna feel like 10 and 8. We getting down to 1 as far as how it feel. But the
Wow.
actual but the actual temperature gonna be 15. Can you believe it?
Yes.
I'm way
Yes.
down south. I'm at
Yes.
the bottom.
Yes. You at the bottom. You at the bottom. You
Yes,
further
so
down
I
south
can
to me.
exactly. So if we feeling it, I can imagine what you people up there, are going through. But thank
Yeah.
God we're not getting any snow, so
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think I think I'd rather the snow than the freezing. I really
Yes.
do.
It's gonna be pipe busting freezing.
Exactly. They done already told us
Yeah.
wrap up our pipe. And
Yeah.
they also said inside, which I didn't even know this, so I'm glad I got that little tidbit. They said actually open up your cabinet inside your house.
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes. Tina said your hair is pretty,
Oh,
Angeline.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, I didn't know
Angeline.
that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was something that you do.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
So I will be
Well,
doing that.
yes. Well, I'm glad you had a good day,
Mhm.
Angeline. I'm glad that but we just experiencing a strange cold
Yeah.
Arctic polar vortex. They call it a
Yeah.
cyclone bomb. Uh forecast, the weatherman even said, it's been a while since. Well, he said that out of all his years of doing weather, he said that this is the first time ever experiencing anything like this. Because he said that our snow
Wow.
totals, he said our snow totals are gonna be going up. Are gonna be
Wow.
going up. And it's supposed to hit us around like 1 o'clock tonight. So, well, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah,
you know what that mean, don't it?
yes.
Get out your sled. Get out your
Yeah.
sled for
Dr.
tomorrow.
Sled, get out your sled. I got
You
everything in
sled
place.
and you huh?
I got everything in place. Got enough food. Got my generator still. I got my generator in place.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, I got the porch salted down.
Mhm.
And so let it do what it do. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that it don't affect our power. This is my prayer again, Lord. Please don't let the power go out. Even though I have a
Yes.
generator,
Yes.
I
That
don't
is
feel like going out.
miserable. I
I just
can't
don't feel
stand
like
it.
going to no cold. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much the
I
worst.
can say the
It's
the
the
most
worst
you can
part
have.
of the storm. It's the
Yeah,
worst
it
part
is.
of the storm. If you can survive the storm, the next worst thing is when that power go off.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because when it go out, it's it's kind of hectic because even though that I have limited light because I have my generator on and everything, but still though, just for the sake of just going out checking and
Mhm.
got to see about this and got to see about that, put gas in and everything and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the power don't be affected in it. But if so, we'll make it do what it do.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll survive. We'll
Yeah,
make it.
we'll survive. We'll survive. We'll
Mhm.
survive. Tina, I hope you can stay a little longer tonight if you can. if you can control the crowd for us, that's all I ask, Tina. If you can do that for us, I certainly would appreciate it. And if not, that's cool. What's going on, Lou
Mhm.
Hawk TV? What's going on? What's going on, brother? What's going
Mhm.
on? What's going on? Lou Hawk TV in the house. But listen, y'all, I want to talk about the severity. I want to talk about the severity of mental health. It's if y'all could just look throughout our nation. I'm talking about America.
Mhm.
How people are being affected. Suicide rates are just through the roof, white and black, through the roof, through the roof. How people are doing some of the most strangest and weirdest and off the wall things and everything. And we know what it is too. You know, it's a spiritual battle too, but it's causing people to lose their mind. It's
Wow.
it's causing people to go off on a deep end. Just like on yesterday, you know, I was telling you about that. Just like yesterday, that homeless man got infuriated and see he was going to make a scene, and I was just wondering, what if I wasn't there? You know, what if I wasn't there? And I always have a little something on me. You know, I ain't gonna go into detail, but I said, what if I wasn't there? And I'm not saying that you know that I'm a vigilante or around here trying to save the day or I'm the police or I'm a bodyguard because I'm neither. But what if it had went left and I wasn't there and
Mhm.
that girl was waiting by herself because it was just us three in the store, you know? And I just stepped in politely and I just defused the situation because see he didn't have enough money and he was getting mad because you know she wouldn't let him take it, you know, and it wasn't nothing but uh a shyster that you know those shyster sodas, you know,
Oh, yeah.
he had a shyster sodas, then he had a big bag of chips, then he had a candy bar, you know. But he still didn't have any. He was like a dollar and some odd cents short. And when he raised his voice, I could see him shaking. I could see the fear in her eyes. And I just say, "Look, man, I got it. I got it." I said, "Just let him have it." I said, "I got it. I got it." But it shows you how the homeless rate is up, how people mental health are being affected, you know, more than ever. And it's sad. I done a post on here about and I got almost 7,000 views on them and they climbing. About this man, this black family was having a picnic, a family reunion. All of a sudden, a white man came out there, was spinning all around out there in the grass and stuff. And so he must have figured out and seen then what he was doing. He got out the car and came down toward them and told them that he was having a mental episode. Do you see how graphic and really what if it had a intensified and he had a gun with him and he just started shooting, you know,
Oh,
you
wow.
know. It's not about a color thing. It's not about a color thing and like
Mhm.
that. You know, they just people just taking lives and people just are just offing themselves and not
Wow.
even leaving a note, not even leaving anything, you know. And so it's a greatly concern. You know, I really don't think, you know, that that our government, our churches, you know, well, first of all, our churches, I really don't think that they know how this right here is affecting the minds of people. People can't pay
Mhm.
their bills, you know, people got children they trying to keep up. People, husband and wives, you know, are trying to work because everything is so high. That affects the mind. That
Exactly.
affects the mind. Not only it affects the health, but it affects the mind also. It causes arguments, you know, and it just causes a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Angeline, you know, just what do you have to say about this? Because I know
Yeah.
that you see this, and I know we all listen. We
Mhm.
all have been affected. We all have been affected. We
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
we all have been affected, you know, some way, somehow, you know, in this right here. But it seems like that it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, mental health right now, it just seems like it is at a all-time high with everything going on. It just add to it, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of time I see these people I'm quite sure you guys that's on here, when you're driving, you see these people out got the sign saying that they need food, they'll work for money, and all of this here. And now it is getting worse. It is getting so bad until, I mean, I hate to, this is not about politics, but
Mhm,
it definitely have something to do with the rise of the mental health and people struggling now. You know,
mhm,
and I'm struggling myself. I'm putting
mhm,
myself in it. You
mhm,
know, everything, the inflation is high, and it's just hard out here. It really is. And when you're already on the edge, and then
mhm,
you got to deal with this too. It kind of sometimes it makes you, that little bit make you what, go over. That's
mhm,
what tipped the scale.
mhm,
So in saying that, it is really bad. Mental health is really on an upscale during these times, and we just gotta pray about it. And anybody you see that you can help,
mhm,
please do so. Please
mhm.
do so, and
Yeah.
mind our temperament when we see these people. We got to mind our temperament because we
Yes.
don't know where they are. It only
No.
takes one bad thing to tip them over. We don't know where they are. They may be already on the edge. So we also have to be mindful how we approach these
Mhm.
people, because a lot of time we'll see somebody and we talk down on them.
Yeah.
We talk down on them,
Yeah.
just like you were
That's
saying, you saw the man in the store, and he didn't have enough money, and you were so graciously said, "Hey, let him have it. I got it. I'll pay the rest." A lot of people wouldn't have did that. A lot of
oh,
people would have said, "Man, come on, you don't know where that person was mentally."
yes.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So we got to be mindful when we see people struggling and we see something is wrong. We got to have compassion and empathy for these people. Because a
Mhm.
lot of time it can be us.
Yeah.
It can
That's
be
true.
us.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
We have to learn to diffuse a situation then rather than escalate it because things can turn out bad. You know,
Exactly.
things can turn out bad in a matter of minutes. Because sometimes when people get in that kind of shape, they get barbaric and and they
Exactly.
get they get very very dangerous.
Hmm.
Because they feel
Exactly.
like that hey, I have nothing to live for. So why
Nothing to
Uh,
lose.
so, so why would anybody else live? I have nothing to live or lose.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I done lost everything I got. So
Yes.
I'm gonna take what
Ah.
you have. And sometime, Angeline, taking could be your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's getting outrageous. It's getting
It is.
outrageous, and
It
and
really
and
is.
uh, and uh, and sometimes I'm going to put God in the mix. We have
Hmm.
to just really be careful and really have to pray on learn and how to handle ourselves first of all,
Mhm.
and how to handle people. Sometimes we can have a bad day,
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes we can encounter somebody else who's having a bad day,
Mhm.
and you turn around and you get rowdy with yours, they get rowdy with theirs. What you going to create? You're going to create nothing but a big problem for you
Exactly.
both, and it
Exactly.
can and it can turn out crazy. It can turn out crazy, and
It
that's
can
something that
as matter
really,
of fact, it can turn out deadly, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
it can turn out deadly.
Mhm.
You look on social media. This doctor drove 900 miles, 900 miles. You know, and he had patients, but his nurses kept wondering, "Doc, where you going?" He snapped. Drove 900 miles to kill his ex-wife and her boyfriend.
Oh my
Man, man,
God.
a doctor. So it just shows you that
Mental
that
health, let me tell
listen.
you this, mental health, depression is not afraid of no one. Mental health and depression don't care who you is or how much money you have. None
Mm-mm,
of that matters when it comes to mental health and depression. It don't care
Angeline,
how much in your bank account or
no, it
what
don't.
kind of profession you have.
It don't. Angeline, this room right here that I'm in, right here, right now, this room about a year and a half ago, this room was dark, even in the daytime. Angeline, I was like 180 pounds, cried every day, curled up in the bed every
Mhm.
day. Wouldn't hardly eat nothing, couldn't do nothing,
Oh,
couldn't go
wow.
nowhere, wouldn't talk to nobody because I felt like something bad was gonna happen. I mean, listen, that I don't never ever want to experience nothing like that ever in my life ever again. I couldn't even enjoy talking on the phone with anybody. You think, if I was around that time and call myself trying to go live with you, I couldn't do it because
Mhm.
my panic attacks would be. I'm talking about panic attack, just and it just. I used to have I still have them from time to time, not often, but from time to time. But
Mhm.
I used to have 'em, Angeline. It used to drain me out.
Wow.
Whenever I used to have episodes of them daily, and I'd be in bed all day, and sometimes I didn't take a bath,
Mm-mm-mm.
wouldn't even cut my
Same.
hair, you know. So one thing about it, I know about that dark place, but I don't want anybody else to enter that dark place,
Yeah.
you know. That place that I had to, yeah, Lou Hall, yeah. My top struggle is embracing things in a common, peaceful way. Many folks
Uh,
can't
uh,
find
uh,
it easy.
while
Go
you
ahead.
read that, give me 1 second. My baby right here trying to tell me something.
Okay.
What, baby? My circuit popped off. Okay, you're gonna have to wait till I get off. I can't do anything about it right now. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry about y'all. I'm
No,
sorry about that
no,
little
handle home.
interruption. Yeah,
Handle home. Your baby needs you.
yeah.
Us parents, we understand.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
You can tell them all day long, I'm busy, I'm doing something,
Yeah,
but still though, they're gonna always come because they have
exactly.
nobody else to come. They have nobody
Yeah,
else to turn to.
yeah,
So
that's
so
true.
so we understand. We understand
Yeah,
as being parents and everything.
yeah.
But
Hello,
yeah,
hello.
yeah, Hawk. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, that makes so much sense. Eating Mac, what's going on? Yeah, but we I don't think policemen know how to defuse it because see, whenever somebody had like a mental episode of breakdown, it always turned into a killing
Yeah, yeah.
because
They need more training on it for sure.
that person that's having a mental breakdown,
Mhm.
you know, become irritable and violent and hard
Mhm.
to handle. The only thing that police know to do is either take his taser or take his gun out and let him have it. You know,
Exactly, because he don't know.
and you got to understand that it can get dangerous for either both sides. For
Let me
both
tell
sides it
you
can get dangerous.
this. I do not envy a police job. They have a dangerous job
They
and
do.
they have a split second to determine is this person trying to kill me or this person trying to
Yeah,
harm me?
yeah,
They have a split second. I do not envy their job because
yeah,
they put their life on the line every time they leave their
yeah,
house.
yeah. And you
So
have some good ones, and you have some good ones and bad ones.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
some out here who are trigger happy.
Oh
You got
yeah.
some out here, that are they
Targeted,
suffer and
targeted. You got some
they
people that
suffer through
targeted.
they suffer through mental issues themselves and don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think they have like since they more aware of mental health, even though we have not came where we need to be in recognizing mental health, but we have came a long way when
Oh
it
yeah,
comes
we
down
did.
to mental health.
We
So
did.
I
We did.
think they do have like a staff psychiatrist or whatever for them to go and talk to in the police realm.
But I
Yeah,
think but I think even if they not showing any kind of signs or any kind of issues, they still need to this right here's what they need to do. They still need to be evaluated once a month. They do.
I believe that too. A matter of fact, I
All of
feel like they should be mandatory to go to therapy The police department have a therapist that they go
Yeah,
to once a month just to sit down and talk, just even for their job.
yeah,
Their job when they leave the house, they don't know what gonna happen. Even that stress, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? That's a lot of weight on you. So I
yeah,
think it's just mandatory for them to sit down and talk to a therapist, regardless.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
just the stress of their occupation. I admire them because they doing something that I know I cannot do.
No, me either. Me either. Me either. Because there's a lot of them that have really when there are some of them that really put themselves in harm way to not to even shoot a victim because
Yeah.
they feel like that if I do this, the world gonna look at me as being a killer, and they end up being the one being killed
Mhm.
because their reaction time was slow.
Mhm.
So really, they have to
They
determine
do.
and have to do in just a millisecond. A
Yeah.
millisecond things can really go south. And
Yes.
it
Yes.
and it breaks my heart to see also our children that's battling it. Theirs come from social media.
Mhm.
You know, there's it's a there's a white dude here killed his two grandparents in Westminster. Kill what's going on, Precious? Kill his two grandparents because you know what
Mm-mm-mm.
they done. He was staying with the grandparents,
Oh, wow.
but guess what? He got in trouble in school. They took his phone away. You know what he done? He killed them. He killed his grandma and his grandpa. Beat them to death.
Sad, sad. But you know what? It's a trending going around, and I think it's a good trend. A lot of people now that have teenagers are actually putting their home phone back in their house
Yes,
because they do not want their kids with these smartphones.
yes,
Them smartphones, they're good, but
yes,
they can be just as bad as they are good. So
yes,
they are actually going back to these home phone. So when they want to call their friends or whatever, they call it on the home phone because they're not getting them a phone.
yes. And you know what?
And I agree with that. I,
That's
I,
the
I
best thing.
wholeheartedly agree with that.
That's the best thing. That's the best
Yes,
thing. Uh, what do y'all? I tell you, we're gonna ask our artists what y'all think about this. What y'all think about parents getting landline phone back in the house? You
yes,
know, just for you, just for their children to talk on instead of them getting on these smartphones.
right.
Because I think that's an awesome idea.
I
I
do
really
too.
didn't. I didn't think of that until you told me that.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them are converting back to home phone. That's a
Yeah,
thing now. Yeah,
yeah,
especially for the people, especially for the ones that have the teenagers.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
because
so
one thing about it, even if you try to monitor them, you can't monitor them 24/7 and they
no, you
slip.
can't. You can't.
You cannot. I don't care
You
how
can't.
good of a parent you is. If they wanna slip and do something, they gonna find a way to do it.
Yeah, yeah. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it. We used
Mhm.
to have them cordless phone. We used to have the cordless phone.
Mhm.
And every night me and my brother used to sneak it in the room with us to talk on the phone.
Not only that, Tyrone, I done got my mama a car. Look how low I'm saying it, like she here go hear me. I done got my mama a car, picked up my friends and
Yeah, yeah.
yes. I
So
knew
you know
by
what?
what time she was coming back. I pulled that car right on up back in that driveway, came in the house, hung them keys up, and sat down like I had been nowhere.
Ah. Yeah,
Never she never found
yeah.
out.
Just like
But
I
through the
tell mine,
grace but you know what? Through the grace
and
of
mercy of God.
God,
Yeah,
the prayers probably that
yeah,
she done prayed kept
yeah,
me safe. Cause that was
yeah.
a very dangerous thing to
It
do.
was. It was. It
Yeah.
was. I've done the same thing. You sneak out the house,
Mhm.
sneak out the house. I tell. We take turns sneaking out the house. We just take turns. All right, man. Night, my night. So I'm gonna stay here. But we turn around and
You got
have
the
bed
cover.
made up
Yeah.
and have like dummy, yeah,
Yeah.
and have a like dummy like laying in bed and everything.
Yeah.
But I'll be in my bed and he'll be in his bed like we sleep, and
Yeah.
everything. And so yeah, yeah, yeah. Tina
Yeah.
Tina said that the kids will get a phone and hide it. Yeah, and that is true. They will.
You already know my situation. Mine's did it. Mine's did it. Yeah, she hid it. And the only reason how I caught her, I just went in the bathroom, just opened the door, and boom, busted.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yes, they will hide it.
And they know how to.
And,
They
and she
they
not and she not only hide it, guess what else she did? She made her a whole face, not a Facebook, a whole YouTube channel, and and was
Lord have
posting on it.
mercy.
She had
Lord
her
have
YouTube
mercy.
channel. Yes,
Lord have mercy. Everybody like and subscribe. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
had her whole channel, baby.
Yeah. Wow. 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 And I
Yeah,
bet it literally kind of broke your heart because you figure,
yeah. I was so hurt. That hurted me to.
yeah,
Yeah, it really
yeah,
did. Cause I,
yeah.
I I trusted her. We trust our kids and think, oh,
Um,
mine do what I do. She a
don't put
good.
no
Well,
past them.
she's a good kid. I still stand by that. Kids, gonna make bad choices, but
Yeah.
I just never thought that she would
Hold
do
on,
that after I
hold on,
had
Blue.
drilled her. I drilled her and drilled her about that phone, and I
Nah,
never dreamed that she would do it, but she did.
listen. You can't put nothing past them. You can't
She did.
listen. It's us against them. You hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey. Tina want to know
How old
how
she was?
old.
She was 9. She 9 years old. I just called her 9 years old.
Tina, these kids are advanced. They
Nine.
are
9 years
advanced.
old.
They are advanced. They know more about
Yeah.
cell phones than we do. They
Yes.
know. They know they can hide
Yeah.
stuff. That's why even though mine don't live with me, but they know whenever they come over here and stay. They know. They know
And
I don't play that. And I'm
and
always
Tyrone.
confident on it. Yeah.
So go on finish. I tell you after you get through.
Hey, go ahead.
Well, do you remember I told you what her handle was, and you said, see, like I saw her on the live before.
Yeah,
I asked her, was she going on live? Yes, she was going on people live too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So she probably was on your live.
You're right, Tina. We
Probably was
move
on
the
my
same
and
way.
probably was on mine too.
We're
It
just
probably was
different in
on
doing
mine too and didn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can tell, listen, a child cannot be slick when they come in your life, you can tell when they say certain things, you can
Yeah, when
tell
they
that
say
they're
that
true.
thing. Look, say 67, a child.
Yeah, a child,
Say 67.
a
Oh,
child.
you're a child.
Or they'll say something that kids say today. They can't fool nobody.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah.
fool nobody. And some of them want me to say, can you say like a certain name, but it means something else. But like,
It
but
is
like,
scary.
yes, it's scary. They want
It's
you. I
very
mean,
scary.
that's what I'm most concerned about our kids because it's
It is
getting
very scary.
it's getting out of hand. I seen what a day where Roblox is getting sued big time, class
Yeah, I
action
was telling you
lawsuit
about that. She was
because
all on Roblox. I had blocked, told her don't get on there. She was all on there. Had told her sister to. She even asked her sister to send her some money to upgrade and all of that. They did all that. I saw all that on the phone. She was just doing her thing. She was doing her thing. That's why I really commend the house phone.
yeah,
Take away those smartphones, and
yeah,
when they get ready to call, use that house phone.
yeah.
Call
Use
your
that
friend on
phone.
that.
Yeah, use
Exactly.
that phone. Yeah, use that.
Exactly. Call her right
But
on there. You don't need a
yeah, but
phone.
But here's what they want. I want to see them face. Well, you ain't gotta see them face to face. We didn't get to
Mm-mm,
see our face
mm-mm.
to face. If you want
Uh-uh.
to talk, they go to house phone.
To be honest, they are buying these kids smartphone too young.
Too
They're too
young.
young to
Too
have
young.
smartphone. You
Too
know, they
young.
be 5 and 6 years old with a phone. That's
Yeah.
too young. And and
Yeah.
and, and statistics say kids that stay on the internet, do you know that's a mental health thing? Do you know they are
It is.
depressed because
It
they
is.
compare themselves to what they see online, and ain't none of that stuff is real.
Oh, none of it's real.
They
None of
pretend for that 5 minutes that they online, and
it. Yeah.
after that, you don't know what their life is. You know what
No.
I'm saying?
No.
And
No.
they get depressed. Teenagers and younger, they get depressed. They say it's more depressed young people now than ever
Yeah. It
because they
is.
see this stuff on the internet
It
and they
is. Yeah.
compare they stuff they self to that, or
Yeah.
they compare themselves that lifestyle. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lifestyle too that they portray
Yeah.
on the internet, and they feel like if they can't live up to that lifestyle, or they can't dress like that, or whatever, they get depressed because one thing, they're young, they impressionable,
Yeah.
and their mind is not fully developed to
Yeah.
understand that these people are on here making money.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what they're for,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
I
So
would.
internet
I
is
would.
good and it's full of information, good, full of good information,
Yeah.
but it can be just as bad as it is
Good,
good.
Lou. Good. Good, Lou. That's good. To you grasp that tablets and learning material only. That's good, man.
Yes,
That's good. I
exactly.
wish. I wish I can create. I wish I can create an app. To really lock a lot of outside invasion on kids' tablets and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So they won't be able just to lock it down. They can't get on nothing else. You
Yeah,
know. But I know that it'd be impossible to do because everything is pulling at them. Everything is pulling at them.
yeah, it is.
Just
It
just
is.
just just it's become more addictive than anything. Look at full grown adults.
Mhm.
The cell phone is more addictive than anything. Because you can be at a restaurant. You know, People don't hardly talk no more. They're in their cell phone. And I don't allow that. At the dinner table or at the restaurant we eating, cell
Mhm.
phone off.
Mhm.
Put your phone in your pocket. I don't do
Mhm.
it. You gotta be on your cell phone and we at the table eat. We need to be talking, communicating. I
Exactly.
don't need you communicate with anybody else, you
Mhm.
know. And
Mhm.
so you have to set boundaries. And like, well, if you don't want to do that, listen here. No privacy. The only privacy that my child will have is in the bathroom. That's it.
Mhm.
You don't have no other privacy. I'm gonna bust in your room anytime I want to.
And
I'm gonna,
not
I'm
only
gonna,
that, Imma bust in that bathroom too, cause that's where I caught
yeah,
that phone at.
yeah, yeah,
Every now and then, Imma bust in there too.
yeah, yeah. True, true,
Every
true.
now, not on a regular, but every now and then.
I'm going through the drawers.
To
I'm going. I'm looking up on the bed. I'm looking up on the mattress. I'm looking
Mhm.
at every
Mhm.
conspicuous place because I've been
Mhm.
sneaky. I know.
Mhm.
I've been sneaky.
Mhm.
I know all the
Exactly.
conspicuous places to hide stuff.
Exactly. That's why we know.
Yeah, that's why we
That's
know.
why we
You know,
know.
I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell myself too. Me and my brother had a porno tape stash. We have to be honest. We used to we used to hide it up in there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So like I say, I know all the inconspicuous places where people
Mhm.
love to hide stuff. So
Mhm.
you know what? I'm like the police officer. You can't put nothing. If I know that you
Mhm.
can put something in it, I'm gonna up on that bed, in that
Mhm.
mattress. I'm gonna check on the side. I'm gonna check up under that drawer. I'm gonna check everywhere that I know where you can hide.
Exactly.
I'm checking up in that closet. I'm checking in shoe boxes. I'm checking in coat pockets. I'm checking.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know some, Tyrone, what is really bad and really is sad.
It is.
Now they have programs and stuff geared towards kids, for kids, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad because you have to be careful with those
You
because
do.
what they're
I agree.
doing, they putting little tidbits and they
Yes.
doing it intentional. It's
Yes.
for kids, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
So when you pass by their room, you see the cartoons or whatever, you think, oh, okay, everything good. But not all the time.
That's
Not
true.
all the time. I
That's true.
know my daughter was listening to something, and I heard cussing. They was cussing. I was like, what is that she listened to? So when I went in there and peeked my head in there, do you know it was a cartoon?
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
cartoon
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
For kids.
Yeah.
So you still have to be mindful, even though they put it in this package for kids, it's something else. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
get on this here, and I know this is a touchy subject because a lot of people, when you talk about certain stuff, they say you're what they call it, a phobic, you're phobic or whatever.
I know.
I
I
didn't
know what you're
saw
talking about.
I didn't saw stuff in a cartoon form trying to imply that gay is okay.
Yeah.
Don't teach my kids that. That's for me to handle with my kids. I
Yes.
don't
That's for
want.
me to handle.
I
Yeah.
don't want you. I don't want you to put that in
Yeah.
there and making. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
And they got it in a cartoon form for kids to
Yes.
feel like it's normal. It's okay.
Yes. Yes. You let the
Let
parents.
let let the parent be
You
the
let the
judge of
parents
that.
take care. Yeah. Yeah. You
Let,
let the
let
parents
me
do that.
take care of that. That's a sensitive subject. Let me handle that
Yeah.
the way I want to with my child. You handle it the way you want to with your child, but I
Yeah.
don't need the internet imposing what they think that it should be or what it's supposed to be on my child. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
But that's what's raising. See, just like I say, Angeline, parents are tired, and I'm not giving parents no excuse. You still have to watch out for your kids. You
Oh,
still
you
have
do
to. You
definitely.
still have to be a mama. You still have to be a daddy. You are responsible for these kids. And one thing about
Exactly.
it, parents that work long hours. They tired. They come home.
Mhm.
They let the internet raise the kids,
Mhm.
and wonder
It's
why.
just,
And
it's
wonder
just
why they
harder
act
these days. It's
and wonder
harder.
why they and wonder why they act certain ways, but they tired. They brain
Mhm.
tired. They
Mhm.
trying to pay bills. It's a weight on parents.
It
It's a
is.
weight on them. It's
It
a
it
weight. It's a weight. They doing and
They
some of
gotta
them are
work. They
doing
gotta
some of
work
them
to provide and put a roof over their head. They gotta do
some of
that.
some of them are doing the best that they can, but instead they get overwhelmed. Like I said, that's where the mental health part comes in at.
Mhm.
That's where the
Mhm.
mental health part comes in at. And
Exactly.
and and, and,
Exactly.
And so it just a overwhelming. They get
Mhm.
overwhelmed. And
Mhm.
so it's just it's sad though. It's
It
sad.
really
It's
is.
sad.
It
It's
really
sad.
is.
Sometimes I
You
wonder
know.
how worse is it gonna get? How
Mhm.
worse how worse is it
Mhm.
gonna get? Because like to me, it's getting worse by the day.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
getting worse by the day. It's getting
It
worse by the
is.
day.
It is. And back in the day, I'ma say me, I'm older than you, so I don't know whether this gon' gon' go for your generation or not. But back in the day, the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And back in the day, that's exactly what it is. If my mama was at work, because my mama had to work too, and we
Mm-hmm.
was at home by ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And
Mm-hmm.
my mom say, don't go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in here till I get home. Or
Mm-hmm.
get your stuff done. If I went outside and the neighbor knew I didn't supposed to go outside, she gonna get on me and she gonna tell my mama.
They're true.
So when I come home, when my mom come home, she done got the report that I'd have been outside and running around. She gonna get on me. The neighbor done
You're
got
right,
on
little
me
Ho. You're right,
and
man.
all that. So the whole village thing is so true. But nowadays it's not like that. It's not like that.
It
So
is.
when a mom have to go to work 2 or 3 jobs, the child is home by themselves, raising
Yeah.
themselves. The
Yeah.
neighbor ain't saying nothing to them.
No.
First of all, do the neighbor even know him?
Yeah.
Do the neighbor
Yeah.
even know him?
Yeah.
People are not neighborly anymore, and people
No.
are simply
No.
afraid to say stuff to other people's children because I have had, you say something and the parent go off on you. So it's
Yeah.
so different these days.
Yeah.
Back
It
in the
is.
day, the whole neighborhood took care of
Yes.
everybody's children and they
Yes.
treated them just like they own. They
Yes.
chastised them and
Yes.
everything. But nowadays, you can't chastise nobody else's kids because
Yes.
you don't know how that parent is.
Yes.
You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? So
Yes.
now a whole village is not raising that child. Only
Ricky
that parent is.
Ricky Smiley said something important the other day, and he said something very true. He said he said that tough love parenting still
Mhm.
works. He said
Definitely.
not saying mistreating your kids or being mean to them
Mhm.
or beating the life out of them. He
I
said not
love
saying
Ricky
that.
Smiley. I
But
love him.
but
He
one
old
but,
school.
but one thing about it, if they make a bed, let them lay in it.
Mhm.
Let them lay in it. Let them lay in it until they learn a very important lesson. Because
Mhm.
some parenting don't help. It don't help on some kids.
It
They will
don't.
run they will run slap over you.
You got to let them feel the consequences of their
Yeah,
actions. If they
yeah,
never feel the consequences of their action, they're gonna keep continue to do the same thing.
yeah, yes. And I can
You have
and,
to.
and, and I can understand why some people feel like, well, Benjamin, because they probably had a history, not looking down, they probably had a history of being abused by their parents,
Mhm. Mhm.
verbally abused,
Mhm.
mentally abused, physically abused by their parents. And that's why that some of them, that's the way I don't want to go that way because on what they experience, but not every parent is like that. You know,
Exactly.
you could still love them and still whoop the tail. You're
Well,
not gonna hurt them.
let me tell you like this. A parent that don't care what their kid do, that's not love.
No,
That's
no,
not love. If you
no.
love your kid, you gonna want him or her to do the right thing. And you're gonna try to, in your power, you're gonna do the best
That's true, Luke. That's
best
true,
you
man.
can to make them do what you know that is necessary to make them a law-abiding adult, a good citizen. And you gonna see to that because every good parent want that.
That's true. Listen,
And
Lou Hawk said that enabling is riding a kid or a adult. What you doing? You're not helping them
yes,
none.
it is. You're not helping them at all.
No,
You
no,
messing them up, really.
no. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of my business out there too. My brother, he got together now, but I remember he used to get locked up, child support, just dumb stuff. Get
Mhm.
locked up every time Mama and came to the rescue. My older sister told Mama, said, Mama, she said every time Paul get in trouble, y'all come to his rescue all the time. She said that
Mhm.
I understand that's your baby boy. Well, that's my baby. Okay, I understand that that's your baby boy. One thing about it, when are you gonna let him lay in it?
Gotta learn.
This the third time. You still come to the rescue. You're not
Mhm.
helping him in it. That fourth time, it like to killed her. He
Mhm.
had to make it all. Well, she cried. I remember that she cried. My baby, my baby, my baby, my baby,
Mhm.
my baby. But you know what? It stopped him. When he got out, he didn't do it no
He ain't be
more.
back. He ain't get
He didn't,
back.
he didn't go back.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
didn't go back.
Exactly. Because he knew every time I get in, they gonna get me out.
They're gonna get you out.
So what? I ain't worried
Yeah.
about them.
It like to
Exactly.
kill her. It like to kill
Mhm.
her. She cried. I said, Mama,
Mhm.
you'll be okay. But
Mhm.
my baby died in that jail and everything. I'm gonna blame y'all. I'm gonna blame you. She should get mad. I'm gonna blame y'all and everything. I said, Mama,
Mhm.
I said, he'll be okay. I said, the Lord got him. He'll be okay. And he got out. He didn't say a word. He didn't go back. He left our old friends alone. Guess where he living at? He worked for himself out there in Texas now. He got two dogs with him. Doing well.
Doing
Doing
good.
well.
Yeah, that's what it takes. It's called
Yeah.
tough love.
Yeah. Tough
Tough
love. Tough
love.
love.
You
Tough
have
love.
to let them feel the consequences of their decision.
Yes.
You
Because you know
have
what?
to.
The world don't care.
Exactly.
You
And
think the
mom ain't
world
gonna be
cares?
here always. Mom
Uh-uh.
is not gonna be here always.
Uh-uh. My son stole some candy at the store. I didn't look at it being small. It was really big to me. He said, "It's just a piece
Exactly.
of gum. It's just a
It
piece of." I
don't
said, "No,
matter.
no, 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 no,
It
no.
start. That's the way it start off.
It
You got
doesn't
to nip
matter."
it. You got to nip it right then.
I nipped it. I didn't say nothing to him. I had him when I got to the house. I made him
Mhm.
take it right back to the store. I look in front of everybody. I said, "We
Mhm.
got a thief in the house." I said, "There you go, right there, sir."
Mhm.
I said, "Come in, come in. You tell him what you took." Boy, he just cried. I said, "Hold your
Yeah.
hand out." He hold his,
Exactly.
he held his hand out. I said, "You see this man right here?" I said, "Don't you know he could call the police right now?"
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
said, "Not only you get in trouble, you can get me in trouble because
Mhm.
I'm your parent. I was with you while you done it. They're gonna think
Mhm.
I had something to do with it." And boss, she looked, she said, "Where do you?" I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "No, ma'am. This is small, but it can end up, he could be a grown man coming here and stick you up
Exactly. You got
and
to
shoot
nip
and
it
kill
right
you."
there.
I I
Exactly.
I, I nipped it, I got him at the store and turned around and went home and took care of it. That's all. And
Mhm.
you know what? He didn't do it no more.
Yeah, you got to nip it at the butt because you
And he
don't want it
still
to escalate.
and
If he
he
got away
still
with that, he'll try something else.
and he still love his daddy. Crazy about
Mhm.
his daddy.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
once they get older, they appreciate you.
Yeah.
They appreciate what all you done did. Because a
Yeah.
parent that don't care is a parent that don't discipline.
Yes.
A parent that don't care is a parent that don't discipline. Think about this here. I told my daughter about something. I can't remember what. I'm not even gonna go into detail because that's not the issue. So
Mm-hmm.
what she told me, she said, "Well, such and such do it." Know what my response was? I
What
don't
was?
care. I don't care about what she does. I
Yeah.
care about you.
Yeah.
You is my concern.
Yeah.
You is who I care for. I don't care what she do.
Yeah.
I don't care. So any parent that don't care what their kid do, that means they don't care for their kid.
Yeah.
I didn't care what that other person did or how they did.
Yeah.
You is my concern. You is who I care about. You
Yeah.
is who I'm concerned about. She can do whatever she want to. Her parent can let her do whatever she want to. That's not my concern.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
True.
but you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And a
Yeah.
lot of time kids don't understand that. They see this kid doing, they mama let them do this here, they mama let them go. That's
Okay.
fine. That's all
That's
good.
fine.
That
That's
don't have nothing
fine.
to do with you, sweetie.
It don't have anything to do with us. That's fine.
Exactly.
Everybody home got different rules.
Exactly.
Nobody better than
Exactly.
nobody. It's just my
Exactly.
home have a little different rules. There's
Exactly.
some things that I might let you do that their kids won't let them do.
Exactly.
Some things they let
Exactly.
their kids do, I will not let y'all do.
Exactly.
You know. So
Exactly.
everybody home. See, I had to realize that growing up. Oh, I thought
Mhm.
mine was the man. I thought, man, I hate it here.
Yeah.
I used to say, I hate it here. I can't do nothing. But all along they wasn't doing nothing, Angeline, but protecting my black behind. You
That's
hear me?
it. That's it. That's it. That's what I tell. I say
Protecting me.
anytime I tell you something, it's for your own good. It's not me trying to be mean. It's not me not wanting you to do this or have fun or do that. It's for your own good. And right now you may not even understand it, but one day you will.
Angeline, I wanted to go out with the boys one night. Told my daddy. He said, "You ain't going nowhere." He said, "You staying home." I
Mhm.
said, "Yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm 18 years old
Mhm.
and everything. I'm 18 years old.
Mhm.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm
Mhm.
tired of being up in here." And you know what? Those
Mhm.
same boys who I supposed to go with, they was in a car accident. One of them got hurt real bad. So just imagine if
See?
I had went, I probably
See?
would have got killed. Now what if
Exactly.
I now what if I had snuck out the house and got hard head and went anyway? In an
Exactly.
accident, they thinking I'm at home in the bed.
Mhm.
Mr. Brown, Miss Brown, can y'all come to the hospital?
Mhm.
What's going on? I can't tell you now, but please come to the hospital. That's the worst news a parent can get.
Mhm. Yes.
When the hospital called them and told them that I can't give detailed
Mhm.
information, can you just come to the hospital? I know parents that got that same news,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
did, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
and it did not go well at all. It was either they
Mhm.
was either in intensive care or they
Mhm.
had got killed, and that's
Yes.
the most saddest news. devastating news. You going
Mhm.
to the hospital, don't know what to expect. Praying
Mhm.
on the way down, Lord, is my child okay? Some people have got their child have got told you know if this your child has died in an accident. What can you
Mhm.
do? What can you do? What can you say? A lot of them thought their child was at home in bed asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So that's
and they
news
don't
that no parents
understand.
want to.
Yeah, and they don't understand as kids and young teenagers, they don't understand, but when they get grown, they would definitely appreciate how their parent was and
They
how they
will.
protected
They
them.
will.
They will
They will.
understand then and appreciate it. Cause I appreciate my mama.
Yeah, me too.
I
I couldn't
appreciate
understand.
I
I couldn't
appreciate her for
understand it.
every punishment, every whooping,
Yeah,
everything that I got. I thank God for my mama. My mama was a good mama, and she
yeah,
took good care of us.
yes, yes. My mom and
A lot
dad
of
did.
stuff I didn't understand when I was young, but baby, I understand now.
Because you older and you got kids now. So same thing. My
Exactly.
mom always told us. She said one day you gonna see. She said you
Mhm.
don't see now, but she said when you get your own, she said
Mhm.
you're gonna see.
You, yeah,
And I
you
had to humble down.
understand.
I said, Mama, I remember you told me, back
Mhm.
then when I said I don't want to be here no more. Y'all too strict. Y'all too this. I said I understand now. I said I
Mhm.
understand.
Mhm.
I understand now. And I'm not saying you have to him your child up in the house 24/7. Let them
Oh
go out
no.
and
No,
enjoy things with
I
friends.
had a good childhood. I had a
Yeah,
good childhood and teenager.
yeah.
I
But you
went
have to,
places, went to
but
the
you,
school dances and all that. I had a
but
good childhood.
but you have to monitor. You have to monitor your kids on who they
Mhm,
associate themselves with.
mhm.
And and
Especially now.
and these kids now, you have to really be smart.
Mhm,
Cause telling them, I don't want you hanging around now, it's gonna make them do it anyway. You're gonna have to find out a certain way on how to go about that.
mhm,
I learned to try to detour them in something else. You know, don't do it and them knowing why
mhm,
you're doing it. But just do it, you know, and try to deter them because see, just you have to be smart with some of these kids now, because some
mhm.
kids you have to just let them know. The minute you tell them, well, you ain't doing this, some of them mine. And I know mine, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Cause she said just don't do it. Or he
Mhm.
said just don't do
But one thing you have to, as parent, um, you have to know your kids,
it. You
because
do.
every kid is different. What will work for this kid may not work for that one.
No.
This kid right here, all you got to do is sit down and explain and da da da, and they straight. This one over here, you can explain to your eyes blue. They
Yeah.
still gonna do what they gonna do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
different kids, and as a parent, you got to know your kid and know what worked for them and what not.
One of my kids I had to spend more time with than the rest of them. The rest of them,
Right.
they all okay. I got good kids.
Mhm.
They get in trouble sometimes. But they know, they don't get just like my daughter. I'm glad my daughter how she opened up to me. How she
Mhm.
opened up to me. 'Cause me and her had the best conversation the other night. You know, and she just opened up to me, and I guess she thought I was gonna fuss. I said no. Nah. I said no. I said there's no reason to fuss at you, but I said I just want you just to be careful. Be careful
Mhm.
of your going. Be careful who you dealing with.
Mhm.
Because she thought I was gonna just just fuss at her. Fussing at your kids all the time don't help either. Every time,
Mhm.
every time you see them, Angela, you fussing at them. Sometimes just
Mhm.
talk to them. Some kids you do have to get on their behind.
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
But every time you turn around, you coming at them. You coming at them all the time. You coming at them all the time. We have to learn how to approach things a little different sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
that's true. That's true because
fussing at
I
some
got
kids
to.
don't help all the time. It don't.
Yeah, yeah, and I got to learn my tone with her.
Yeah,
She's a very sensitive type of a little girl,
yeah,
and I'm used to,
yeah, yeah,
when I come in,
yeah,
I'm like this here,
yeah,
and she don't like my tone, and a lot
yeah,
of times that's just me. I don't. I'm not really meaning that, but she want me to be soft with it, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
do have to I told her I would try to work on my tone, with her cuz she's a very sensitive little girl and my son wasn't like that. I can go at him, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And it don't be no problem, but with her it bothers her.
yeah,
It really
yeah,
bothered her, and she say, "When you talk, you was yelling and that," So that really bothered her, my
yeah,
tone.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm a kind of, I don't know whether you know it or not, but I'm a kind of a straightforward type of
yeah,
personality.
yeah,
I'm just to the point, no
yeah,
sugarcoat. There it go. And she's so sensitive, she take everything to heart. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I told her I was gonna try to kind of tone it down for her and try
yeah,
to watch my tone,
yeah,
and try to be a little more softer
yeah,
with her.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, listen, time is up, everybody. I hope
Yeah.
I seen y'all in the chat line. I'm glad y'all got to know each other and what's going on. Thank y'all for coming in here. Lou Hall, Smooth Operator, Tina,
Mhm.
Precious, thank y'all for coming in here. All of y'all, whoever been in here, y'all share this out. I hope that we talked about something that really enlightened y'all today.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
hope y'all was enlightened today. We all have different opinions on about how we raise our kids and everything.
Mhm.
Just as long as they know that they are loved and that they are cherished, because
Mhm.
some of the kids don't get that at home. Some of
True.
them get mentally abused, physically abused.
Mhm.
Some of them do without food. You
Mhm.
know, and we have to learn to really just tell our kids, that hey, I love you. Hug on the older they get, they try to shy away, but I'll hug on them anyway. Mine
Mhm.
do the same
Mhm.
thing. When they were babies and youngins, they let you hug them, but when they get older, no,
Mhm.
you hug on them anyway.
Mhm.
Just like I tell mine, you know what? Who else daddy come up into the school and check on them?
Mhm.
I said I could be the only daddy doing it, but I said number one, I said
Mhm.
I'm gonna come up in to see what's going on with y'all because see, I
Mhm.
care. I
Mhm.
care. I care. And so it's up for us parents, to show our children love also, to
Mhm.
let them know that they are special because God has given us our kids to raise, you know, and to raise right. Everybody have different methods of raising. I'm not here to judge
Mhm.
nobody or nothing like that. Everybody had different methods of raising kids, but just as long as we do a good job to keep them out of trouble, because y'all, the streets don't care.
Mhm.
The streets don't care. The police officers, some of them don't care. Now, some of them do care, but you got some of them that don't care, you know, especially in jail, they don't care, you know. So one thing about it, Miss Angeline, it's been an honor and a privilege and having you on here.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to say, Angeline, before we leave?
No, I think you covered everything. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to Let's Chat About It. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go over there and just check it out and look around. It's called The Nursing Assistant. Scam around. If you see anything you like about it, I would appreciate if y'all would hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss not one of my videos.
Y'all, I will
And
say that
that is
Angeline,
it.
she do put out some good content when it comes to being a
Mhm.
nursing assistant, because that's a dirty
Mhm.
job. That's a dirty
Mhm.
job. That's a dirty job. It's a
Yeah.
it's a it's a tough job, but she put out some good stuff.
Mhm.
So y'all check
Mhm.
out. And also, if you haven't subscribed to me, check me out. I'm in everything
Mhm.
from mental health to funny to
Mhm.
collabing to doing a whole to trying to be a weatherman. I'm just
Mhm.
trying it all to find myself. But hey, I
Mhm.
think I'm doing pretty good because my subscribers are going up.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My subscribers are going up. And you know what? I want to wish everybody a good night. The
Mhm.
snow is coming. If you are in the track of this snow, you know, make sure you have enough. Make sure that you have
Mhm.
your candles, get your flashlights out because you don't know if the
Mhm.
power may go out. Get your generators and everything. We're supposed to
Right.
be getting our storm tonight, and they talking about it's probably like blizzard-like conditions.
Mhm.
So So we have never had this. We haven't had this since 1988. It's been a long time. That's the year
Yeah.
that my mama baby brother died around that time when we had that real bad snow. It snowed about 13 inches. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, DMV area. Okay, yes, y'all gonna get it, Lou.
Mhm.
What we gonna get tomorrow? Y'all gonna get that started probably Sunday. So y'all be careful. Be careful up there, man, and everything. I just want to just say a little prayer before I leave.
Okay.
Uh, because sometimes a little prayer don't hurt nobody. Father God, in
Mhm.
Jesus' name, God, we just thank you to God just for this live. That God for Miss Angeline, that God and her daughter, that God me and my family, that God my children, my mom, that God my sister, that God, Lord, I ask right now that God that you be with everybody that's on here listening and their families, that God help them to be safe, that God give them guidance, that God reassure them, that God that you love them, that God protect them and their families, that God on tonight and on through the weekend. And Father, we thank you right now, that God, for this time for us to meet up together, that God. And Lord, we want to do this for your glory, that God. And Father, we thank you for everything in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen. Hey,
Amen.
hey, we still dig. Yeah, I heard y'all was still digging, man. Y'all got up there, man. We still got a little snow down here. But listen,
Mhm.
peace. Hey, I will let y'all see what it's doing tomorrow. Peace. Uncle Brother 52, Nurse and Angeline, we out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.